Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host our show, Life After Happiness. Today, we have my co-host, Kelly. Are you there, Kelly?
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Hi. And I have my other co-host, Barbara. Are you there, Barbara?
Yes. Hi, everybody.
Hey. Hi.
And I have my other co-host. I'm sorry. I have the Life After Happiness psychic.
What's your
Karen
name?
Page. Sorry.
What's that girl's name? Come on.
Karen Page. Are you there, Karen?
I am here, my friend. Happy anniversary, darling.
And I was just going to say, 12 years ago, I did a show where I was...
I'm just the backup singer here, okay?
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Wow, so it's we're celebrating, everybody. It's our
12 years. Isn't that astonishing?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it seems like in 12 years everything's changing.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Johnny?
You know, it's going to be so weird going from this excited energy to a guided meditation and calm down. I mean, we're all like,
oh, Kelly, we're going to do
Now, let me ask you,
oh my gosh.
Kelly. When I asked you to come on the show about I think it was actually September was when I asked you to come back on. It was sort of like I had sort of restarted it. We started everything with having Karen on last September. But when I asked you to come on, did you think that you would still be here like 11 months later?
Honestly, I really hoped so, but I didn't think so. I mean, I didn't know I'd have anything to talk about.
Oh.
I was like, well, I really hope that I would be on for a second show, and then it was like, wow.
You do these wonderful guided meditations. You do chakra cleansing. You have nothing.
And,
you think you'd have anything to talk about, sweetheart?
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was like
completely
I mean,
I never
so
have
funny
anything
because
to say.
When I first introduced her, she was like, okay, today we're going to do a little experiment, which is kind of funny. That was the way it was 11 months ago. And it went from a little experiment to our best friend. And
how sweet
it's
is that?
amazing, I mean, it was like, I don't know. I think what it was, I could sort of tell that you were interested in it, like when you would say, like cute little things that were obviously, the thing, I really want to come back. Like, gee, let me look at our schedule, so I want to make sure that I can participate.
That is so.
I mean,
that is so sweet.
I mean, it's like I know what you're doing, Kelly. You're basically saying in an indirect way, please, let me. Let me stay on. And by the way, I think based on the number, I think that Don Jr. person is either wanting to call in or he was here yesterday, by the way. So is it okay if I put him on?
Yeah.
Okay. Don, you there?
Pastor Don Jr., CEO. Greeting in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. How y'all doing today?
Every day's a good day.
Karen, this is the guy that wanted to run for president in 2024.
Well, God knows we certainly could stand to have somebody that actually believes in something besides themselves.
Oh, entirely.
How are you?
Wow. I am
Well,
excellent.
it's true. I mean, if we look at the condition of things, I always remember when this unfortunate episode started in 2016, and I said, how shocking is it that all of these people share the same middle name? And everybody looked at me and said, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "Well, their middle name has to be what's in it for me, because look at all of them." I mean, and not even a thought or care about anybody else in the universe. And they believe in nothing. I'm surprised God has not struck them dead, Don.
Well, I've never held a professional private office of the magnitude, but I told your constituents yesterday, we can't have barbershop conversations and do nothing about it. I can't be a pastor and keep having the same conversations in these ministry meetings because we don't have enough funding coming in. And it's more than just regular funding. I'm talking about like resources, spiritual resources, the right people around. Sometimes encouragement gets you through, and then at the end of the day too, sometimes you need a hug and a beating. The kids are we don't have whippers no more. Yeah, and I feel bad to say it like that, but when you got, like, if you stole something and your mama caught you and you got beat, you didn't steal for a long time. But if you don't have any authority and you're the authority setting the laws, well, it's a problem. So
isn't that the truth?
By example, I don't know it all, but I'm learning. That's why I'm here to get knowledge and wisdom. They taught me about the chakras yesterday, and I looked it up, and you guys are right on point, and it fits into where I'm going.
Aren't they amazing? I mean, Kelly she does such an incredible job. It is such a gift.
My God, I'm gonna invite a lot of people in today. I'm moving around. I got the call from Brother Jonathan earlier today, and I was actually in a ministry meeting. I couldn't call you back, and then when I called you back, you couldn't grab the phone. But that's good because even though we couldn't connect, we reached out, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. The faith is taking the first step without not knowing where the staircase is. You got to take the first step, though.
Absolutely, that is such a beautiful way to put that.
Wow,
I love it.
We were so excited that you called in.
Yes.
Pastor, Pastor MC. What is your full name again?
Okay, it's 8 characters, and I'm going to break it down so everybody can understand why it's so important. My name is Donnell Green, Jr. That's my real legal name. My father's radio name is Don Cody Sr. So for I worked for my father for 5 years before I went on my own. A lot of people met me at conventions. So a lot of people know me as Don Cody Jr. Then the people I've done businesses with, like the Coke, Warner Brothers, Starbucks, they cut checks to Donnell Green Jr. So when you put 8, 9 people in a room, some people know me as a pastor, some people know me as a business consultant. It brought a lot of confusion, and I had to do a lot of explaining. So what I did was I put them all together. My name is Pastor because that's what I do. I shepherd 300 people. I'm a Don, Mafia Don. I protect my people. If you try to come get one of my sheep, I will hurt you. I'm a junior. My father's a millionaire. And when I say the word CEO, that's Chief Executive Officer. That means that I'm willing to work like nobody else is willing to work. In a 3-piece suit, I will clean the toilet, throw the potatoes. I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty at the same time.
Absolutely.
I do understand that we as a people, after living in 40 out of 50 states, getting married, being locked up, I've had a tough life. So I've done drugs, got off of drugs, had alcohol problems, got off of that. I've seen more people's lives, and a lot of times the people making the laws, they've never been on the other side of the law. They've just made laws.
Absolutely true.
So when you on both sides of the coin, you understand the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Some days you wake up like a 1, some days you wake up like a 0, and it's that anointing, the chakras, and the spirit which tell you which way to go. Some days you wake up, let's rage war, but then some days you like, let's love everybody. So with me taking 5 years, visiting 4,500 stations, and actually putting some relief in different places, I'll know what's really going on when I get in that office. But until I keep coming on these radio shows, being a fly on the wall. So Pastor Don Jr. CEO is how you say it all the way, so nobody is confused and nobody won't think I'm some guy in Florida.
Right. No, we understand. And I heard you yesterday, but I'm glad now Karen knows. And
I love it.
Tuning in. But my question really was, what should we call you? Or what should I
it's
call
bad,
you?
but
Pastor what?
Don
Pastor
Jr., Pastor Don Jr., the CEO. Yeah, even my daughter, she even run around CEO. But I don't want anybody to get confused. And then
okay,
when
so
I start
the
texting,
full thing.
yeah,
I can't
when I
just
start
shorten
texting
it
out
to
the
pastor.
other, correct. Well, I'm gonna text. Well, I mean, you can for the best of sake of time, but in some cases there might be 7 or 8 pastors because I'm going to invite them.
Well, yeah, but just for today, is it okay? Because I like
okay.
to call you pastor. Okay.
That's fine.
Well, thank you. We are so excited that we met you. That you are so spiritual, love God, and are so well versed with all of this radio since we're a radio show. And did you know we are celebrating our 12th year today?
Wow. No, I didn't know. That's news to me.
Yeah. Johnny's
Jonathan
been doing this
started
alone.
this 12 years ago.
Whoa. Now, that's news to me, but you said 12? That's
12
Yeah,
when I
well,
came
you
up.
go today.
I love being on the anniversary shows, and this is the best.
This is it.
12
You
is
must
the
be
completion.
special. You are
Oh,
special.
my God.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to invite all my winning team in for this one. This is a great. We're in alignment with the universe, and this is a year of confirmation. 2, 1, and 9 equals 12.
Oh, I just got chills when you said that.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, we just had 2 blood moons back to back, and blood moons.
Yes,
don't
we
happen
did.
like that.
By the way, I just did some research. The 12th anniversary is silk, so we're the silk anniversary.
Works for me.
Oh.
Silk,
Anybody have any
cashmere,
silk?
you know.
Silk. I like that. How that sounds.
I like
nice.
it.
I love
I do
silk. Silk
too.
is wonderful.
like
Me too. It's like, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Oh, I wanted to say something really quick about Johnny. What he wrote. That was beautiful. What you wrote
Wasn't
in your
it?
post today. Yes. Thank you, Johnny.
Could
and
you see us?
You're welcome.
Could you see us smiling from there, Jonathan?
Yeah, I knew Kelly liked it. Kelly,
It was
got
beautiful.
choked up from it.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Kelly?
What? Sorry.
That
I
you
was
got choked up
complimenting
from
Ryan
reading
on
it.
his. I wanted to do what?
Oh,
That
just
when
what
you read my
wrote,
description for the show tonight, you got choked up.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Oh yeah, yes, absolutely. Yeah. I'm sorry. I was kind of asking what because I missed that second that you said it the first time because I was complimenting on Brian on what he made us for dinner. It was so good. Oh my gosh.
It's
Yes,
the dinner anniversary.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
Are you having some champagne?
Oh.
Oh, sorry,
we
not
had-
Brian. Oh
yeah,
gosh,
yeah.
major faux pas.
Oh,
Major
that's
faux
okay.
pas. Sorry.
That's okay. We had
you gotta be able
cilantro
to handle
lime
that,
chicken
though, right?
and oh gosh, yeah, it gave us a giggle. But yeah, I mean cilantro lime chicken, it was so good. We wanted to lick the plate, we didn't, but we wanted to.
And who was going to tell if you did?
I know.
I mean,
Yeah. Oh my gosh! And then the rice, it was I forgot what herbs were in that, and I was just like,
yummy.
oh no, feeling so blessed. And then earlier at church, I had like this. They were talking about what did they call it? They called it. Oh gosh, I had it written down. Oh yeah, the rising up from the valley of dry bones and ashes, living a new life. It was the breath of life, Ruha. I'm probably saying it wrong. But I just, like, when they were talking about that and singing, I just, like, the people that were really touched by it went up front for personal prayers, and I was just so driven to go up front.
How beautiful is that?
Oh, yeah. And, like, one of them prayed with me, and I just felt so full of the Holy Spirit, and I just felt like I want to be baptized again. I mean, I had been baptized in the Mormon church, and it's, I can't agree with everything in the Mormon Church, and so I like the non-denominational aspect. And but I mean, when I lead the guided meditation tonight, I want to make it clear that when I say God, whatever is in somebody's heart, let it
Everybody's
be.
God. There's only one.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't care how people pray. I've always said this to you guys. I don't care how people pray. I don't care if they wear a yarmulke or they kiss the floor. None of that matters. There's only one God, and we're all His children. And the rest is man-made. Those are all man-made rituals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
that's
if you
right.
want to call it the universe or source or Yahweh or whatever you want to call it.
Exactly,
It's all
and God
the same
doesn't
thing.
care if we're talking to Him while we're washing a cup in the sink.
That's what I usually do.
Yep.
As you know.
Yeah.
It is the intention in our heart.
I have Him with me at all times, all the time.
Always.
I'm always talking to God. Yes.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. And
no judgment. We went through that. You guys had to hear me talk about how I felt like I was being judged when I went home. Oh, it's
my.
So nice to not to have to feel that, and just my freedom that I'm so grateful for walking around here in my own town as a grown woman. I can raise my daughter however I want, and I have that freedom, and I'm grateful for that. But it is sad that there's people that they call themselves Christians, and it's like, I've always called myself that, and that's the way I was raised, but it was like, I didn't feel good about calling myself that anymore after the way they were judging me, and then other people talking about, transgenders and ranking on, people just because they're different. And Priscilla overheard that, and she was very upset, and that we just have to be that. We have to endure that is so wrong. And it even stands out more when it happens to me now that I'm a part of the Life, Laughter, Happiness community, because we don't do that here.
Yeah, exactly. And, one of the things, I decided that my home church is with Brian, and, people that have been following the show know that that he's coming up on his 1 year sober and from alcohol.
Thing.
Oh, it is. And, he is such a gift to me. And thank God I've never had to deal with addiction. But I've had, I think I've had to deal with so many other things that, I can totally understand somebody that's gone through addiction,
Just like
you
you
can. Definitely. You can, because, maybe you've been addicted to something and not known it, like you're addicted to shopping or something good. But maybe, you can identify because you feel what they feel when you want something so badly, or you feel like you need to have that. You can everybody can identify with that, and it's very hard. So congratulations early, Brian, if you're listening, and you're going to be celebrating on my birthday, so we're going to both be totally celebrating.
Okay.
So I'm happy for him.
Doing the dishes. God bless him. He is such a sweet soul. I'll tell him though. Congratulations to you.
Okay.
But
great.
And it'll be so cool because we'll be done with this meeting and then we'll be able to focus on your birthday. So
good.
Well,
it's going to be interesting.
Boy, that's going to be a whole day where we just celebrate.
I know.
Yeah,
and Karen has something special for me. Can I just say what I was going to say before you make that announcement, Johnny, please? Karen has something. Okay, thank you. Karen has something special in store for me for my birthday, and I hope she has plenty of time, though, because it was kind of a last minute, it came up, that's what I'm going to do for you, Barbara. And it's for the listeners, right, Karen?
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
for the listeners. Yeah, and it's for the listeners, too, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Awesome. It's going to be fun, so we hope everybody listens, and we'll put definitely a shout-out for Brian, too.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
You mean the graduator?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. Yay. Yeah. He's doing well at his job. He's got his own, he's got his place, and
Life
he's got
is beautiful.
awesome housemates. Yes. Yes. So
Life is beautiful.
It
Well,
is.
you know what? I always think that God gives us opportunities to learn. And it doesn't mean the journey's always going to be easy. And every one of us has one. Every one of us is on a journey. And no two are exactly the same. And you've heard me ask people 50 times on different shows, what did you learn from it? And it's, yes, some of them are painful experiences. And as I always say, just like real life, we all go through it.
Yeah,
and
some
it
people
is.
It takes some time.
Yes, and once
okay.
you get it, you really get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know
So,
how I've always said it's the intention. And people say things that they don't really mean, and I'm always astonished by that. It's like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Nobody's forcing you to make a commitment of something that you really do not believe.
And they can change. Sometimes, don't you think, Karen? It's like their habit. They're just used to going that direction with their thoughts.
A lot of bad habits are out of used to ness.
And they
Absolutely.
can change, though. They can change,
Yeah.
and I hope they're listening, and because it feels good to have integrity, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh
it
my
feels
God,
good
isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
Not only that, but did you? I always think that when we speak, if we speak with the purity of intention inside us, and you think before you get to that place, before the words come out of your mouth, then there is less chance that you are going to say something that you go, darn, that's not what I meant. Or going back on your word. Mean it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a beat and really think about it before you make your response.
Definitely.
Isn't there like that 3-second rule?
To anything.
Yeah.
It's funny
not
because
even just your interviews.
Exactly. As long as I've been doing this work, I always tell people I think 30 times before anything comes out of my mouth. Because it's people's lives that we're talking about. And I am profoundly conscious about that.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are learning from you. I learn from the good people around me, like you, Karen, and you.
And Barbara, I
amazing.
learn every day, and you guys know I've always said the day that I think I don't learn something is the day I hope God throws dirt on me.
That's right.
Because it's like none of us are evolved enough to know everything. That's only God can do that. And we're just human, and some of us hopefully slightly earning our wings, and the rest of us are just working. We just work here.
So I'm curious, what are you
like
going
the way you
to
put
say,
that.
Karen, about the announcement?
What, sweetheart?
You said you're going to make an announcement.
Now? You want the announcement?
Did you say something,
Barbara, do you want the announcement of what I'm doing for your birthday now?
No. I was saying before, I wanted to say something before Johnny made his announcement. That's all I said. I want to keep it a surprise.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why I was like, no, I don't think she meant that now.
Thank you for checking.
Okay, I understand. Well, I was going to say something. Is it okay if I say it, or did you want to say something? Did you say what you're going to say, or is that okay? Or
yeah, let's hear your announcement, Johnny.
We are officially YouTubed. all of us, all of the, I'm in
wow,
the
how cool is
now
that?
all up there.
Thank you.
I mean, we have about basically 180 shows, and
That's amazing.
they are all,
Wow.
yeah.
That is
That's
amazing.
great.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. And they are so good. I've been listening to them. Isn't it enjoyable just to go back and choose any of them and just listen?
Absolutely. And some of them, they're funny, and you can't not learn something from every single show.
That's right.
It
Definitely.
is because there is so much covered in the shows. It's wonderful. And you have lots.
good.
There are lots
Thank
of
you.
choices.
Yeah.
It's funny, I was telling my mom today. I was like, Kelly told me that she thinks the show is more important than dinner. And I mean, when she told me that, I was like, okay. I never thought that I would have that much of an effect on somebody. I mean, it's the show would have that kind of an effect on somebody. I would imagine it's something to like it, but boy, I mean,
Dinner?
it was like. Well, I mean,
Adorable.
it was sort of like Kelly just, and it was obvious you liked it from the beginning. I mean, it was obviously both you and Barbara liked it from the beginning, but I mean, it was just like I don't know. When did you feel in love with the show, Barbara?
Oh, I fell in love with it. When you guys asked me to be the guest co-host, I thought, wow, this is going to be fun. And then we got a couple of great people. And kind of like Kelly, if I'm talking about spirituality, things just kind of flow. I am going to just be myself because I'm really just a spiritual mentor. I'm nowhere near any, what you guys do with your psychic gifts and chakra healing. But I feel like I'm on the right path, and I'm on the positive path, and a path of light and good. And people have noticed that I've changed. So that's what I'm here for, just being real, asking the real questions, asking even questions that I already maybe know, though, that might be somebody else's question in a different way.
You mean growing?
Thank you. And I strive to grow so much because I see Kelly's growing so much, and then that inspires me. And then Karen says something that really inspires me that I've been stuck on for so long, that issue with my family that we talked about that I still haven't done. So I need those nudges, and I need the support. And that's what it's all about. We help people. If I'm getting support from them, I mean, of course, you're going to get it from them and us. And so we're trying to let everybody know we're here for you. Don't be shy. Call.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pick up the
website
phone,
fill out.
please.
Fill your name out on our website. Put your email down there. We have a place for a question or a comment. We want to hear, and we want to build our community, and we want to know who you are. Like this, thank God, Pastor called. Are you still there on the line, Pastor?
He still is, and apparently
Donnell.
we have another caller on the line. Do you want to put them on?
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Sure.
Area code 505, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Hey!
I'm right here.
Sounds
What's
like
up?
Big Ching. Big Ching.
What's going on? Yeah.
Hi.
What are you guys doing?
Oh,
We're being
we're
our regularly
celebrating.
adorable selves.
Cool.
Yep.
Did you call for a reason? Did you have something to say, Big Ching?
Yeah. I was just wondering if you were celebrating because, it's been like a really long time, like a lot of years, for like a really long time. And so
12 years.
I was gonna give you guys props for that. Yeah, like 12 years. That's a lot.
Jonathan started it 12 years ago.
12 years ago. So, props for that. That's a long time. And
Thank you.
yeah, and I'm driving.
Yeah,
I'm
thanks.
driving, and I
What are you driving? What are you driving?
I'm driving.
Ching?
Yeah, The girl,
what?
the bunny's RV. The
The
girl's
bunny's
got a
RV.
little
I thought it
RV,
was
and
called Life, Laughter. I thought it was called Life, Laughter, Happiness RV.
it's the bunny's Life, Laughter, Happiness RV. It's official, for their show. But like that's
we've got a long name too, Pastor, for our vehicle.
yeah. And so
Okay, so
I'm just
this
driving.
is
I'm
our
listening.
12th year anniversary. I know you knew it was a long time, but it's been 12 years, and thank you for calling to wish us well and congratulate us because you were a guest on the show and you're part of our community that we've talked about. So have you been listening to the show?
Yes, but the thing is, I've been like doing all kinds of stuff, so like I haven't got to listen to every single one, and but the ones that I have listened to, I like them, and I just like I'm running around doing like, but this time I'm driving. At least this time, like somebody's not like cutting clothes or something like that. But the cool thing about it is, whenever I could come in and then sit down, I could tell like a story. If I'm more focused, I could be more like together with the whole situation.
Are you saying you want to come in for a chakra cleanse so you can get focused?
Yeah, anything, whatever you got, I'll come in the show, and yeah, get a chakra cleanse and have a shocking story to tell, whatever you want.
What do you say about that, Kelly? Do you think you can take on Big King's chakras?
I think I can, yeah. Yes, it is.
I love the way she said that. I think I can.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah,
there's a lot
look
going on.
at schedule.
I've never met anybody like him either, you guys. It's just, he is one of a kind, definitely.
He's a pretty sweet guy.
Remember to say
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, I'm down.
Wow. Thank you.
Remove all purchase items.
I think that there's going to be a lot of our listeners calling to congratulate us, so that is making me feel good. What about you guys?
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me know what's up. I gotta go because I'm over here driving. It's not my excuse or anything. If you want me to stay on longer, I'm down. I'll just pull over or whatever. But I gotta keep on rolling over here. But you guys
You just
like whatever
drive
you want to
safe.
do. Yeah, let me know. Yeah, no, I go slow anyway. It doesn't even really matter. Like I'm just rolling. Like it's the same thing. I just roll slow, and just get where I go. So
All right.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
All right.
let's
You guys
see.
have a good night.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Bye.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you
Jonathan, I
so
have
much.
a question to ask you.
What?
You sound so
Did
serious,
you-
man.
Did you ever envision the show becoming what it is when you
No.
started it?
No, I did. No, I never envisioned a woman saying that the show is more important than there. No, that never happened. I never imagined. I mean,
that
I really
will
did
definitely
not
live in infamy.
Yeah, I mean, someone loving the show, yes, okay, I understand that, but seeing it is almost like I don't know, it's an almost a spiritual heightening, which it seems to be what Kelly and Barbara see it as. I never thought that would happen. I mean,
Really?
I mean, I guess it does make some sense. I think what it is that Kelly got to talk to a lot of people in the beginning when it was with Kelly and Barbara. They got to talk to a lot of people that they don't normally get to talk to. And I think it was sort of like, and what happened was that it's sort of like, because you get to do that with this show, and because it's universal, and I think one of the things that's great about it is like Kelly can go into a room with 10 people and she can tell all 10 people. And, it doesn't matter where she goes. She has an excuse to talk about the show because the show covers any topic. And I'm sure Barbara feels the same way. I mean, it's sort of like, don't you both feel that way? I mean, it's sort of like you feel like, oh, God. I mean, there's an excuse. Like every time that I see Barbara doing a video, I'm thinking she's going to mention the show. she's going to mention the show. I know it's going to happen. Barbara's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I know it's going to happen. Or if Kelly, is doing a post, or like, here's a good example. I think I've said this before. I'll wake up in the morning, when I go to bed at night, I put my phone on airplane mode, so I don't get the notices. You're already laughing, Kelly, aren't you?
Yeah.
And every day is a surprise when you wake up.
And then I turn off the airplane mode, and then I get a text message. Can I have a link for the show tonight from Kelly?
That's
and then
hilarious.
I get another link from Barbara. Can I have a link for the show tonight? I want to make sure. And
She doesn't like me back, too.
and I mean, it's like, and then and it's like, I know. I guess the reason is that because it's a team effort. I know that people are thinking about the show even when I'm not thinking about it. I know that it's. I mean,
You mean you mean the 3 minutes out of the day that you don't think about the show?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's. I'm surprised that Kelly doesn't have my picture in her living room. But the thing is,
who says I don't?
She could have one of you and Brian waving to each other.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's a good idea. Yeah. We just derailed Jonathan. Yeah, there we go.
So,
I don't
see,
know.
Barbara,
I mean,
it never entered Jonathan's mind that we would have those pictures in our living room of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does
Did you notice that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was too easy. I couldn't help myself.
I love it.
But I mean, I do look at the picture of the three of us a lot, and I'm thinking to myself, it is true. That's why you want to make the photo shoot happen that much more.
What do
I
I always
mean,
say? You guys are the dynamic trio.
Oh,
I've never known anybody
It's
who has
true.
like 3 photos to his name. It's like he has 3 photos. That's it. And I'm like, can't you have your mom take a couple photos of you, Johnny, so I could have something else to work with?
Well, I think what it is that, I mean, is that the picture that I took of me wearing the photo shoot, I was out in the sun, and it was in my eyes.
It's
And,
kind of blurry, that's all. I want some more.
Yeah,
and
like Kelly said I looked mad. Kelly said I looked mad.
Yeah,
I
think you're going to be somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We want a nice inviting
And then it's still
photo.
not like you.
Just until we can do the professional pictures.
But
And we're gonna bring things to tickle Jonathan with to make him laugh and smile.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
And people are going to go, "Oh my God, he's always happy," and we're going to go, "That's right."
Yeah, he is.
I mean, I
We
love
should
the
ask
thing with
Johnny.
Kelly.
What?
Johnny, I wanted to know, okay, because we always have our show ideas and we talk about the topics we like to talk about a lot, and we have all these ideas.
Yes.
But, when we interviewed Johnny a few shows ago, he was saying that he got interested in the paranormal. So there's so many topics in the paranormal that we can discuss. Why don't we have him choose one and then we schedule a show on that, right, Karen and Kelly?
Because I've been
Absolutely.
doing that for about 11 years.
Oh.
And the truth is,
Well, like, but isn't there other things? Like,
years, I mean,
aren't there other things? Like one time we had this lady talking about all of the avian things, and she was really telling me about what I was, and just like that's just an example. Like there's so many things, right, Karen? I mean, let's name a few topics that are paranormal, please. Help me out here.
Well, there's certainly, God knows, over the years, I've done a whole bunch of things. I've done house cleanings for houses that people cannot live in because, as I always say to them, it's already occupied. And they don't understand why the person that lived there is still there.
So that's important to them. They want to know why.
But you know,
It is,
like,
absolutely, and I don't blame them.
like,
And
I think
they're
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh.
No, Jonathan
Well, I was
was
going to
talking.
say, like aliens. aliens.
Yeah,
and the reason,
yeah,
it's sort of funny
absolutely.
because, well, the reason I think that aliens
even
are
though
so
that's
popular,
kind of
and I'll
not
tell you why.
in the paranormal.
Yeah, see, here's
Yeah.
the thing. Okay, the premise, like, you do know there's a bunch of people that they're talking about storming Area 51, right?
Right.
Well, Priscilla told
Yeah,
me about
okay.
that.
And the point is, it's obvious that the reason they want to do that because they don't trust. The reason people think there's aliens in Area 51 is because people don't trust the government. Now, you know, I understand. I mean, obviously, you know, views in the White House. You know, I mean, if you don't, it's,
Oh, please.
I think, yeah. But
You mean the guy
I
that
think people
stole the White House?
Yeah, I think what it is people
Okay.
misunderstand what it actually means about the government. It's like you cannot trust the president, but just because the president may not be telling
That's right.
you doesn't mean that the government is lying. I think people
Not
get
only
that
that, but I've given a talk at NASA. I know a lot of those guys, and they absolutely are. They're a different breed, and they're involved in the discovery and the science of it and the truth of what they find. They're not interested in making things up.
Do you think that there are aliens being covered up by the government?
Well, see, I have a different outlook. If anybody thinks that we're here by ourselves, they're hallucinating. I mean, because did you hear God laugh when I said we're here by ourselves? I mean,
Yeah.
No, I heard you,
I-
but the question is the government covering it up? It's one thing to say.
well, see, I have a very different outlook, and I think that the government, not these geniuses that are there. I'm talking about when this all started. Okay, when Area 51 when they definitely landed it at Area 51. That is not made up. I know that for a fact. So that's a whole different conversation. And it is but there is a reason why it is not spoken of openly or shared with the public openly, because there is a tremendous fear in being people panicking. It doesn't take much to get people to panic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people that think that aliens, okay, they want to harm us. And oh my God, that could not be further from the truth.
Can I comment on that too?
Please.
This Pastor Don Jr., the CEO. In the Bible, in the book of Genesis, within the first, I'd say about 10 to 15 scriptures, they said, let us make man in our image. Who is us? So
Thank you.
There's so many things that's there that been right there. We didn't see it. And
Thank you.
the word was with God, but at the same time, that's why we have the universe, because, okay, I'm in Arizona, and I see a lot of UFOs. It's a lot of unexplained light.
Absolutely.
So
I've seen them here, and I'm in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Driving
okay. Well,
home one night, I saw them.
Well, we're not here by ourselves.
I walked into a store to buy paper and look at a printer, okay? I had just spoken to my ex about it, and we walked into this store, and there was a guy there, and he believes in aliens, like we're going to fly to the moon without a rocket, okay? And because I used to laugh at him saying, how could you not? You think we're here by ourselves? What are you talking about? You know? And we walk in the front door of this. He parks the car, and we walk in, and there is one guy in the store, and it's one of the big stores like Office Depot or Staples. I don't remember. It was on Wilshire Boulevard. And there is one guy there dressed in the store uniform, and he turns around and looks at us and does not say one word. He has no pupils. All he has are pupils. He has no whites to his eyes. So there are these big brown orbs, okay? And
my God.
thank you. And I looked at him, and I didn't say one word, and he came from behind the register and looked at me and walked me right over to exactly what I was looking for. The paper, not a word, okay? And then when I was done with that, he turned around and looked at me again in my eyes and walked my ex and I all the way across the store to the other side and stood in front of the printers with me and was just looking at me with these gigantic brown orbs.
Wow.
He said not one word.
Whoa.
Thank you.
What was your boyfriend doing at the time?
Oh, well, it was my ex-husband, but we walked out of there and we got in the car and he looked stunned. And he said to me, "What was that?" And I said, "Well, you have just met one."
Thank you.
And he said to me, "What? No." And he jumped out of the car and ran back inside. And, of course, this fine gentleman was standing at the register and turned around and looked at him. And he came flying out of the store and jumped in the car. He was scared out of his mind, and I was just laughing. I said to him, "You can never live in denial again."
Mhm.
So it is. I agree with you, Pastor. That is. We're not alone, and we never have been.
Yeah, that's how I feel when I saw the ghost too. Once you feel it, and once you know you've seen it, you just know it.
Well, how many times have you heard me say we are not our bodies?
Right. Mhm.
We're not our bodies. That is merely a book cover.
Very interesting.
Not the story.
Okay, I'm gonna take y'all back to this old school movie in 1985. It was called Cocoon, where the people. Okay, y'all know that. The thing is, Hollywood desensitizes us for a lot of things, and Hollywood's in cahoots with all the people that locked us up. But a lot of this stuff is real because somebody had to see it in order to record it. If you can't record without seeing, so somebody has to see something in order for it to be said, okay, that happened.
You are absolutely right.
I feel that we're God's imagination, and when we sleep, we see what we're supposed to be. And that's why I had called in yesterday, because I keep having this recurring dream about becoming president. And I will become. It's not a want, it's a need. And because the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, somebody had to take the reign. It's like it's a burning building. We can't all chaotically run out of the building, but somebody has to guide us on the best exit. If we go towards the door could be hot. It could blow us up. If we stay too high, we can get smoke inhalation. So we have to stay up under the smoke and do the fireman's crawl to get to where we need to go. So
I like it.
I like what y'all saying. I really like what y'all saying. I'm paying attention, taking notes, and I'm texting people, telling them to come on.
Bless your heart.
I want to say something. You have you're talking to. I just want to let you know you're talking to a lady that gave a reading for a president. You met Jimmy Carter, so I mean, and he wants to become president. So, I mean, what do you think about his dream?
Well, he knows it's not right this second, and he knows that there is. I'm sorry, but it's not a surprise to him. This is a very smart man, and his intentions are right. It's understanding the unfortunate mentality of the people whose support you need. And once they hear you, then my bet is you may have no problem doing that. Or at least certainly making your point.
Well, I want to say this, and I want to say you 100% right. That's why I'm taking 5 years. I'm not going on to say I know it all. And in my 4 years of being as president, I'm only going to be able to get certain things fixed. That's why I'm spending 2 years going around the country, not on a campaign trail, but on a can I feel your pain trail. I need to know what's wrong in order to
Absolutely.
know how to fix it. And at the same
Oh,
time,
that's so true,
I'm
my
connecting
friend.
the analog to the digital. So the people that came over with the cassettes and 8 tracks, and the people that's millennials that don't know what it is to walk around with 1,000 of anything,
God bless you.
bringing these together, and that is a divide right there. They don't have any history. They don't have
I love
nothing.
that analogy.
But you get what I'm saying? They okay. This is the thing. The records now, they're 2 minutes. Entertainment controls everything. I'm in a store right now. I can hear a song that takes me back to when I was 10 years old. I heard it for the first time. At the same time, if you hear a scary noise, you could be watching a real happy movie, but when you hear that Jason noise, it gives you an automatic scary feeling.
That's
well,
so funny.
After dealing with the side of the brain that gets excitement and actually understanding that people only work for the weekend, we have to look at what the world is. We're on a 24-hour clock. We're not bounded by being at home at 7 o'clock to watch the Cosby Show anymore. So because we don't sit down and eat dinner at a table without our phones, we have no values. And because we have no values, it's hard for the 3 million Americans that control the 7 trillion people on the planet. If America do it, it's real. But if we're not doing it and we're not involved in it, and I'm a firm believer that we all are energy, but as a leader, I can't see myself sending relief overseas. Now, yes, we need stuff overseas, but I'm saying it's so many people that's hurting here that we need to help what's in front of us before we go help something that's thousands of miles away. And that's just my personal belief.
Well, Pastor, I have to say one thing, okay? I always remember in the words of Baha'u'llah from the Baha'i faith, the earth is one country and mankind its citizens. And it doesn't matter what the name of the country is, what language they speak, or how they pray, dress, any of that. I believe that if we need help, if people need help, this is just my humble opinion, that we're all in this together because we are all family. And I don't think that, and if you think about it, the boundaries are man-made boundaries from one country to another. We are all
right.
We are all in this together.
So we can be on the same page. I don't believe that we, as a bully America, we have embassies in every country. They don't have embassies over here. We're building walls for people to keep people out when it's the same people that help us build this country.
Thank you.
And as a black man going through racism at first hand, I'm not about anybody being oppressed, but my biggest issue that I have is we don't need to stick our nose in other business until we get our stuff right. If we're not right, we can't help nobody else. It's like when you're in an airplane and that mask come down.
Absolutely right,
you got to
my
put
friend.
it over your face before you put it over the kid's face, and they tell you that.
Yep.
So I love what you said, and you're right. We are one country and one people, but what's happening here is I'm guilty of it. The media has desensitized us as a people, and we run negative.
Absolutely true.
I'm telling people, come on, get some meditation. Nobody's hitting me back. If I say Billy smacked Sally at 3 o'clock on 4th Street, I'll have the lines flooded now. And that's the problem. We don't take things at face value because our chakras are off. I really studied that so much last night, and I understand why I've been sent to do this radio thing because nobody knows what to say on the radio. At the end of the day, they don't know how to actually properly treat the radio host. Y'all got callers that call in. I don't like the show, click. And then there's some people that sit on for 4 hours and they don't never push the button. They have the most knowledge, but they don't want to get recorded. This internet is making us desensitized to each other's love, but the love of the universe is fighting back. And people like me are rising up and getting with people like y'all to make sure that the love is still there. How you doing? Good morning. How do you feel? Not a text message, not an email, actual love. Fill my spirit. I tell you I love you.
Funny.
I mean that.
Yep.
I'm just keeping it real.
When I go someplace, I mean, I will hold the door for people. And they'll stop and stare at me, and say, "Thank you." And I look at them and I go, good manners never go out of style.
Amen.
I know.
You know,
they get so
and it's
surprised when you're
there is
polite.
yes, they're shocked. Or I told you guys the other day about this woman that was standing next to me at the doctor's office talking to the receptionist, and she was just going off on everybody in the office. And I was looking at her, and she said to me, "What are you looking at?" I said, "Do you eat with that same mouth?" She said, "What?" I said, "They're not playing. They're working. And because of them, the doctor can do his job." I said, "Would you want somebody to speak to you like that?" She shut up, turned around, and went back to her seat, because it's like, man, if I spoke to anybody like that, my mother would come from the next world and slap my face. And it's like, what happened to everybody?
Well, I was gonna say something. Kelly, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, hi. I was just thinking, might be a good time to start the meditation. Did you want to do the meditation now?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, let's do that
Okay.
before I go on
I'll
the
put
road.
myself on mute. I'll put myself on mute. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Because that would be awfully difficult to try to drive and do that at the same time.
Yeah, that probably would be. That would be tricky, Kelly.
Yeah, here, let me put myself into trance-like state and stay on the road. Yeah.
and say to the car, "Come on, work with me now."
Yeah, I don't have the self-driving one yet. Darn. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need.
Yeah. So, yeah, everybody, if you're listening, it's about almost an hour into the show. We're going to be doing the guided meditation. So, yeah, maybe we'll make a note of that, like in our show description when we, go to upload it to people that are joining us a little bit later. Okay, I don't have my fancy pants background music, so you have to bear with me. It'll be a little different because I'm not at home. Do you have any cool background music? Ooh, Brian's hooking us up.
Woohoo!
He's cool like that, so.
I have heard that rumor.
Yeah, he is.
He's cool like that.
Yep. Totally. I just might have to move my seat to get closer to a plug at some point. But, yeah, I should probably plug in before my phone goes dead in the middle of it. That wouldn't be very relaxing.
There you would leave everybody in the midst of their meditation. Going,
oh, no.
How do I wake up?
Yeah. I don't think that was it. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're having some internet issues. So, it was kind of
Is it for the music? Is that what he's helping you with doing, is the music?
Yeah, something relaxing. No, we don't have music. Well, what is that? Well, we can do that. Like that? Yeah, we'll do woodland ambient. Yeah, we'll do that. It's different. Why not? While you're doing the guided meditation, they can't hear your music. Why not? You just can't. That's because I turn it down. Oh, okay. If you bring the speaker over here, you can hear it just fine. No, I turned down the music so that you can, because it goes into this really weird, fast, depressing, and I don't want to have that mode while I'm doing meditation. So I just do the introduction with the music that I have. So, okay. Okay. I'm on the floor, but that's okay. Okay, here we go. You see that down just a touch. Yeah. I'll set it up. Oh, yep. He's so cool. He's getting me all comfy with pillows on the floor. Okay. He's so sweet. Thank you. Okay. So, we begin our journey on this 12th anniversary special show with the guided meditation. And as we begin our journey together, we begin with a journey and we go into deep gratitude. And we reflect on all the reasons for our gratitude and for all this time that we have been spending together. And for all the many rich blessings that we have enjoyed in our lives and that we have shared on this day together and that we have had before we began together today, this evening. Our blessings began when we first opened our eyes and realized that we were here for another day. And we woke to find the sun was here and nature was outside our window. And we have our health and we're drawing in breaths of air that are filling our lungs with the oxygen necessary to replenish and rejuvenate us. And as we take in our air, we are reminded of just how precious it is and how it fills every single cell and molecule in our body. And how each one of our 7 chakras helps power our body and is our tie between our mind, body, and soul. Because it is pure energy, it is our soul. And our chakras are our energy centers. And each one is tied to certain systems in our body, certain organs, certain thought processes, certain emotions. And so, when we take in our breaths, we take in the Holy Spirit, and that replenishes us. It goes deep within us to our soul. That helps circulate through our chakras. It circulates through our entire self. It restores us down to the cellular and molecular level. And our chakras are cleansed so that this can flow freely. so that we are renewed and repaired and brought new life, like a rebirth every time we take in that breath. And so it is that we repair and we renew with the strength of thousands, under the guidance of God, under the power of the Holy Spirit, as it washes through us and over us and within us and is us. And we focus more on our breath. And we breathe in God. And as we do this, we revisit the square breathing exercise. And we remember to breathe in through our nose for the count of 5. And hold for 5 seconds. And breathe out through our mouth, through pursed lips, for 5 seconds. And hold for 5 seconds. And breathe in through our nose for 5 seconds. And hold for 5 seconds. And breathe out through our mouth for 5 seconds. And hold for 5 seconds. And breathe in through our mouth for 5 seconds. Through our nose for 5 seconds. And hold for 5 seconds. And breathe out through our mouth for 5 seconds. And it's okay if we lose track of where we are, because we can always start over. And as we do this and we focus on our breath, we're focusing on the breath of life, the Holy Spirit entering and washing through and in us, becoming us. And down to the cellular and the molecular level, we are a holy temple. And no matter where we've been or what we've done or what we had become before, it was a learning lesson and a life journey, and it doesn't matter now because we've learned our lessons and we're different now. And we are growing and we are becoming the person that we're meant to be, the person that we truly were all along, the person we were born to be. And we can leave that all behind. The things that no longer suit us, the things that were painful, the things that people said that hurt us, the thoughts that would race through our mind, the feelings of feeling less than, the fears of speaking up, speaking our truth, the fears of standing up for ourselves, the fear of going against the grain, going against society and people's expectations. When we know that we're standing up for something right and realizing it doesn't matter if other people recognize it or if other people approve, when we know it's the right thing, it's okay to stand alone. But we realize we're never really, ever standing alone. We have each other, and we have God. We have everyone tied in with the show because we're a community. We have all of our ancestors who have passed before us and are around us as our guardian angels. And we're never, ever really alone. Even though sometimes it can feel like it. But we're not. We just have to get over the fear of reaching out. And we do that a few times. And it gets comfortable. It becomes natural. And we get through our fears. We get through our barriers that we put up. And we break through our comfort zones. And that's okay. That's normal. It's part of a process of growth and renewal. And everybody goes through it. And most people don't talk about it, but it's okay. And this is a safe zone, and we can talk about things like that. We can let down our guard and feel vulnerable, and we're perfectly safe here. We can help hold each other up because it's a family, a safe one, with people that we choose. Well, imagine, if you will, we are taking this and communing with nature in our most peaceful and open state of mind. And we allow ourselves to be our vulnerable self, our sensitive self, where we can take in everything with our senses wide open. And we can relax and renew and just appreciate everything all around us, all of God's beauty in nature. And the smell of the earth, the wondrous beauty, all the different colors and textures, all the living things and the beauty of the wide open sky, all the living creatures, all the various plants, all the pretty little rocks, every single little blade of grass and flower, the trickling stream, all the little insects and the fish and the frogs and the turtles. Every little living thing. The deer, the beaver, the raccoons and the squirrels. All of God's creatures together, living harmoniously, And as you gaze around and you look around, you see a footpath. You decide to follow it and see where it leads. You see sunshine up ahead. Because you've been under the canopy of the forest. Go down along the winding footpath. You see that clearing with the sunshine. And it's a nice meadow with soft, long grass and a nice, large, smooth rock. And it's nice and warm because it's been in the sunshine. And you decide to climb on that rock and have a seat. And it feels nice underneath your leg. It feels nice when you decide to lay back on it. And you look up at the clouds in the sky. And it makes different shapes when you look up there. And they transform into different things. And it's so relaxing just to see the different shapes that they turn. And on the other side of the clearing, you notice a rock formation. And it looks rather curious. And you decide to go check it out. And so you decide to walk across the cushiony grass to the rock formation. And it looks like there's a winding stairway. And so you walk up the winding stairway. As you get higher and higher, you see it leads to a rock palace with a big door. And you decide to open the door. And inside is a winding hallway with many doors. And each one has a different room, and each room has its own theme. Each one has anything you can imagine. Some of them are beautiful landscapes, and some of them have their own natural hot springs. Some of them even have wonderful places with waterfalls and places to swim. And each one is more unique than the one before. And you decide on one that speaks to you. And you walk through the door. And you're greeted by people that you've known in life that have passed. And all of the animals that you've ever loved. And all the people that have passed that you've loved. Whether they were friends or neighbors or family members. And they're all very happy to see you. And you've missed them. And you're happy to see teachers that you used to have that have passed. And just everybody is there. And it's exciting. It's not sad. And you share stories and remember times together. And you go partake in really fun activities, and it's just this great feeling that you don't want to leave. And it's just, you laugh and you play and you just have a really great time. But you also know that there comes a time when you need to return back to where you were again. But the really good feeling is knowing that You know how to get back here anytime that you like, because you know the way. And that brings you peace. And it brings you much joy. So you stay as long as you like. And you create memories. And when you feel that it's time, that life is calling you back again, you decide you're going to depart for now. Well, you'll always carry this with you. And you know the way. And so you say your goodbye for nows, and you give your hugs, and you give your animals your hugs, and your pets and all that, and your ear scritches, and you let them know that you'll see them again. And it'll feel like soon. And for them it does feel like soon, because time has a different meaning there. And so you depart and leave the door closed behind you, and you follow the winding hallways with a newfound joy and renewal in your heart, and this song on your mind. Then you make your way to the front door, and down the pathway, down the stairs, the winding stairs, down into the warmth of the sunlight, cushiony grass, and the field and the meadow, around the bending of the water, under the canopy of the forest, and you decide that it's time to return. But when you return, you feel full of the Holy Spirit and a renewed hope, happiness and laughter inside. And you start this week with a happy feeling, knowing you can return to this place anytime you like, and you have a new community and an ever-expanding family that really loves and cares about you. And so you can do that breath exercise, that square breathing, anytime you feel a little bit of stress creeping up on you. You can do that and refocus yourself. And think about your chakras, and think about clearing any blockages, and think about clearing any negative energies, and think about taking a bath and Epsom salts, getting rid of any residual negative energies of people that you may have encountered during the day, or places that just give you a weird feeling. All these cool self-cares that we all need to do, because oftentimes we put other people before ourselves. And it's time to just refocus and take care of our own temple, the one that God gave us, so that we can continue to take care of others. But we can't do that if we run down ourselves. And so we're going to return back into ourselves. When I count back from 5 to 1, we're going to remember the lessons that we learned and how to get back here. And we're going to carry with us the love and appreciation and the gratitude and the Holy Spirit, and learning to love and care for ourselves as well as others. And the feeling of belonging. Five, we start to become aware of the sensations of clothing touching our skin and the surface that we are sitting or laying on. 4, we start to become more aware of my voice, of other sounds around us, of the sound of the nature in the background, of the fact that we're listening to a show. 3, we start to be able to wiggle our fingers and toes, become aware of being able to make voluntary movements. 2, we can hear background noise, realize where we are, maybe lick our lips, do things like that. And 1, we open our eyes and are fully present where we are. And we feel like we are back into ourselves. How is everybody?
Great.
Good.
Peaceful.
Wonderful. Back at square one.
Yep.
Good.
I like hearing so much more new. I know you're learning a lot, and you go to church. It's such a spiritual day for you, and thank you so much for sharing it with us, Kelly.
Thank you. I'm glad you noticed that.
Yes, I definitely do. Very nice.
Thank you.
I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. I hope there wasn't too much background stuff going on.
No, not for me.
Not for me.
Good, good. It I didn't have my dragons with me, and my animals to help ground me, and I didn't have I wasn't in my own house, so
You were doing fine, honey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
It felt
I'm gonna
different.
tell you a
Didn't even
secret.
notice any of that.
If you would have never told us, we would have never known. I felt like I was in a
Thank
yoga
you. I
place.
couldn't have said that
for
better
real.
myself. That is so true.
If you make a mistake, just keep on going. Nobody knows it's a mistake until you point it out.
That's right.
Oh,
Just like real life.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you. That's quite the compliment. Wow. Because I was trying not to feel off, but
You were doing great.
Wow. Thank you.
I didn't even know that you weren't at your own home. I wasn't even thinking about that, but that is so sweet that Brian tried to get the music right for you. I mean, just the effort right there, and I'm sure that he probably feels bad being like the sweet boyfriend he is. You know how they are. They're like sweet dogs. Oh, so tell him thank you. I did notice.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, he's right here now. Yeah, earlier he was cleaning up dishes and stuff, but he's right here.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Hi. Hi.
It's your on-air fan club.
Well, thank you. It's an honor to be here.
So meditation can sometimes give you energy, because today I feel
absolutely.
Yeah? Okay. Good.
Absolutely.
Because I'm like, should I even say this? Am I supposed to be like, oh, hi,
No,
I
it's
must have
true.
been sleeping.
It's
Yeah?
about it's like taking a moment and to reconnect with everything.
And recharge
And then,
your battery.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, that was funny because in church today they were talking about taking a moment to do something like that for yourself, or to pray, or to read the Bible, or to just take a moment for yourself to recharge, because it's so important.
It is very important because you covered it in your meditation. If you are not there for yourself and do not take care of you, you cannot be there for anybody else.
That's right.
That is so true.
I heard that in the meditation too.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, I think it's a lesson that all of us people that we're always fine.
Yeah.
We're always fine.
Until
How
we're
are
not.
you? I'm
Yeah.
fine. Until one day we're not. And we don't know how to say to anybody, I need your help. Because those are not words that we have give permission to ourselves to ever say.
Yeah.
So true.
Guilty as charged here.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's a way to remind ourselves and to look at things and take a minute to look at things.
It's all it takes. All it takes
Mm-hmm.
is stepping back from racing ahead. I'm sorry, Jonathan. Yeah, I'm sorry I interrupted. What were you saying?
We have a caller who was listening into the meditation and would like to make a comment on it. If you guys okay with that? You okay with that, Kim?
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
This is area code 407. You're on the air.
I just wanted to say thank you for such a genuine meditation, and I'll tell you why. Like I was explaining to the very polite gentleman the call screener.
That's Jonathan,
that was me.
sweetheart. That's the man that created this whole show 12 years ago.
Awesome.
This is the anniversary show.
Wow. Oh, I feel honored. Wow.
Oh, thank you for calling in. I feel honored.
Thank you.
You are so sweet. That's so lovely of you to call and tell her, because we tell Kelly, but it's lovely for her to hear it from you.
Yeah, thank you.
Like Jonathan.
Tell us why it's so genuine to you. I want to hear this.
Okay, because like I was telling Jonathan, I believe that's the name y'all said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's hard for me to wrap my mind around all of us being the oneness of the universe. But yet, whenever someone says a meditation like that, and it relates exactly to what is going on in my personal life, almost gives you chills going up and down your spine.
I just got chills when you said that.
Yes. All over my body, entire body.
The truth always does that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We should let her know that this is a weekly event. Just so you know, ma'am, we do this every week. It's our Sunday we start meditation. Today was an anniversary show special. It's an anniversary show special. But Kelly, we do this every week. Isn't that right, Kelly?
Yeah. So, and we also have all of our shows on our website and on YouTube. So you can listen to as many as you want. You could listen, if you wanted, every single night of the week, and listen to our other shows that were the Sunday Restart meditation ones.
Yeah. You've got to join us every week. Every week for all our shows. We do one pretty much every day. We do chakra cleanses. We've got Kelly here, who is wonderful, the best chakra healer out there. And we offer that, and that is life-changing. And then they're open.
The psychic days.
And then we have a psychic day, which you've heard Karen's voice, Karen Page, world-renowned psychic, that you call in and get the best advice and encouragement and, the real what's going on. So
Yes,
thank you for
Tuesday and
calling.
Thursday.
What was that?
Just I
What,
said,
sweetheart?
I was going to say that it is amazing in the sense that relating to there is no time, there is no space, there is no then. There's only right now, and it's just amazing that it's like someone was pulling all of these things out of my head. I had a big argument with my husband, and we were talking, and just when I was thinking about it, she was talking about and forgiveness. I'm like, oops, and and I'm like,
Yeah.
minute
Oh,
I'm
so
not
nice.
night.
It's not too late. It's not too late.
Oh gosh, and I don't feel guilty because I was justified. But what I do feel is not even justified. I guess I feel I'm one of those kinds of people that's struggling to find her self-worth and struggling to find her voice and struggling to stand up for herself.
That was me. Seriously,
Yes,
that was
you
me.
came to the right place.
What's your first name?
My first name is Lori.
Hi, Lori.
Hi,
You
Lori.
should call in on Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
serious.
Tuesday's
And-
our psychic day. Wow, Karen has
Yeah.
something in store
Because
for
I
you.
have some things I would like to say to you, but today is not that day.
Oh, Lori, you should make sure Jonathan has your number so you can get at the front of the line.
Yeah.
I'm
I would
serious.
like that.
Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, someone's got a deep message for me. I'm feeling the energy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
You have no
Yeah.
idea how it takes me. It took years for me to learn not to just jump in and say something.
Yeah.
Say what I see. But I would, if you will call on Tuesday, I would like to speak to you because I can help you with that.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Awesome.
definitely. Same time, same bat station.
That's
Yes.
it. Oh my God, I say that.
I love that.
Yep. Oh gosh, but you'd want to call in. We start at 8 Eastern, and I don't know what time zone you are, but we don't always go this late, but we're going this late because it's the anniversary show.
Yeah.
So you'd want to
Now, I
start
will
like
say
an
that
hour
on
and a half prior to now.
Yeah.
Where are you? What part of the country are you located in?
It doesn't get more eastern than Florida.
You're absolutely
Okay,
right,
so
sweetheart.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock
No.
your time. Tuesday.
Will do.
Yay.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
it's about 9:37 where you are right now.
Yes. Yeah.
Who's
Okay,
counting?
then 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock
Or-
on Tuesday. Yeah, 8 o'clock
Yes.
Tuesday, or a little bit before.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and Jonathan, look for her number because we want to make sure she gets through.
Now, there is going to be, I think Christine Richters will be our guest on Tuesday, but after Christine Richters is done, I'll put her through. Okay?
Oh, good. Okay, so Lori, just make sure that you hang on, okay?
Around
Yeah.
8:30 would be, I think, perfect. Our
Cool.
guests usually go for about 30 minutes, and then we take callers. So 8:30, we'll be looking
Yeah.
for your number.
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate
In the meantime, why don't you go to subscribe to our YouTube channel and listen to a few shows, and then also sign up on our website, lifelaughterhappiness.com, and put your name and your email address, and just so we have it, because we value you and we want to get to know you, and we're so grateful for callers like you today. Didn't that just make our night, you guys, on our 12th anniversary?
Absolutely.
It really did.
Wow.
Mhm.
Thank you.
I have chills again.
Thank
Me
you
too.
for thank you for taking the time to call and to let Kelly know.
Yeah, that means so much to me. I don't hear very often from people, so that just means so much.
You were pulling it out of my heart. I'm like, she has to know what she's
You're
doing
so
to me.
adorable, aren't you cute?
Thank
It's amazing. And you know, like the pastor
Would
said,
you ever want to
like
shock
a
with
phone
Lori?
call means more than just like a
Yeah.
text or a phone call.
Oh,
means
yeah.
the world, to hear your voice. I mean, that does take time and effort. And that, we want to acknowledge it. What was that, Johnny?
Yeah.
Do you think you'd ever want a chakra day, Lori?
Yeah, I would love that. I would definitely love
gosh.
that.
That would be
Have you ever had
amazing.
one?
I'd love to do that.
Just so you all know, I would happily, joyfully, and humbly repay back any favor because I am a creative writer. So I would honor you guys with
Wow.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Oh.
That's so nice. But you don't know us anything, but that
Nothing,
I'm saying, wow, about the
sweetheanything.
writing. That's cool.
You know what we all want from you? I can tell you very easily.
anything.
And I this is what you can do. Be happy, sweetheart. Be happy.
Yeah.
We do want that.
That's what you can do for us is be happy.
There's nothing more adorable.
Great
than
answer.
what I
I
heard
love
Kelly
that.
say.
It's
True.
So true. I
It's
love
true,
Karen.
Kelly. It's Karen. Karen, there's nothing more adorable than what I heard Kelly say. You liked it when I said you were the ghost? And Kelly goes, I did a little happy dance.
Happy dance.
It's
I love
true.
that. Yeah.
Lori, we just want to get you doing the happy dance. That's it.
Yep.
We have it
Yep.
choreographed down to an art. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we want.
I'll turn that channel on. It's so much easier to turn on that channel with non-family, non-marital members than it is.
Yeah.
Well, you become our family, and we become yours. And you know that saying, when you love somebody because they're like family, only better. It's like, and once we're over 6 years old, we understand what that means.
I think that's the truth.
Yep.
What a great phone call. God bless you, sweetheart.
God bless all of you all. As much as
Thank you.
Thank you, and
Tuesday,
we will
then.
talk on Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll get that soccer day set up.
Yay.
With that,
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, God bless you.
I receive it. God bless you too.
Very
Thank you,
good.
sweetheart.
Oh, yes. Wonderful
And
thing
rest
to say.
your heart.
Oh, she knows me. Ouch. Ouch. Yes.
Really, rest your heart. This is all going to be fine. Please.
Yes. I'm an empath, so it's hard. I'm an empath.
I know you are, honey. I know you are. That's why I asked you to call.
Yeah. And clairsentient, clairvoyant, clairaudient. I got it all going on, so.
Go to my website.
Okay.
It's KarenPage.com.
Okay.
I've been doing this since I'm 10 and a half years old. And I'm just a couple of years older than that now. Did my nose grow when I said that? That's me, Karen Pinocchio Page. But I've been doing this a long time, and the truth is my friend. I have great reverence for the truth. So you call, and when I say to you, it's going to be okay, and to please rest your heart, I promise you, you will be glad you did.
I will.
And there's
Okay.
a reason you heard Kelly today.
She
You
was talking
needed to hear what, sweetheart?
I said, I don't know who else she was talking to because my ears perked up like a kitty cat.
Well, it was clearly you.
Yeah.
It is. So, and I don't believe anybody meets by accident, and here we all are.
Yeah, absolutely.
So call on Tuesday, and we will chat then. And until then, be peaceful and breathe, honey.
Another person picking at my heart again. Yes, I will breathe.
Okay.
We'll do. We'll do.
Talk to you Tuesday, Dolly.
Talk to you then. Thank you so.
Okay. Talk to you
Bye,
then.
sweetheart.
Thank you.
Hey, thank y'all.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The
Oh, she is
that's
a
amazing.
sweetheart.
Isn't she lovely?
Wonderful.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I love that. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was. I've always said that I'm not the one doing the work. I am just the one, like
we're
you've always said.
we're the conduits. That's all.
It. Yeah,
we're
exactly.
just the conduits.
And, and I've always said if I can just touch one person, and I think I just did.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And,
you definitely did.
wow.
You've been doing it quite often.
And I just, I was so touched in church today. I literally had tears going down my face, and I
That's
almost
beautiful.
did right here. Yeah, I just about lost it here too, but in a good way,
Mhm.
It's like, wow, this has been one powerful day.
It really has.
Ian,
Yeah.
you have another caller. So, are you okay with another caller?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
awesome.
Area code 310, you're on the air.
Oh, it's Shauna.
Hi, Shauna.
Hello.
Wow. I've been trying to get through for a while, but I wanted to congratulate you on your 12th anniversary.
Oh,
Thank you, Miss Sam.
Thank
you,
you, Shauna.
That's so sweet.
You're welcome. I'm very proud of you guys and honored to have been on the show. And very excited for your future. And I'm just, it's just such an honor to see Barbara so passionate about her show and, the show with you guys and how much she loves it and how it's changed her life in a positive way. So I just wanted to congratulate all of you.
Oh,
thank
lovely.
you.
Now I'm
Thank
getting
you,
all choked
sweetheart.
up. Oh,
You're
wow.
so sweet.
Just not
can't
just
wait to
calling
meet you
to
in
say
person.
congratulations, but actually adding such a nice message makes you feel so good. No wonder you're on the verge of tears, Kelly. That makes you feel so good. Thanks, Shauna.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. And I hope everyone has a beautiful evening. It's so nice that I can just call in from my cell phone from no matter where I am. But I would like to, meet you guys in person.
You are adorable. Well, they're coming to California.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's
going
to be it. That's when you can meet them.
She's going to be a part of it. Remember I told you that we're going to have our whole clan
That's
around us?
right.
Yes, of the show.
So
That's right. She's going to help out with the makeover. I'm getting a
Shauna,
makeover.
you're stuck with us.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm doing a makeover. I'm so
Yay,
excited.
God bless you, darling.
She said that he
I'm
should
good
cut off
at it,
his
too.
beard. She said we're going to get rid of your beard. Would you be willing to do that, Johnny?
That's fine, of course.
For
No
Miss
throwback.
Sand. On maybe while you're here, and then we'll get it all on. We'll have that as footage. I mean, these behind the scenes things could be really fun and great for
Are
video
you
making.
talking about doing a makeover on Jonathan?
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh, baby, baby.
And the clothes too. We don't even
Look
know
out,
what he wears,
ladies.
but the clothes.
Here comes
There's going to
John.
be no talking to him. He's going to be strutting around going, I am all that.
That's funny.
Yep.
He's gonna go to Vegas and get married right away. I know it.
That's what it is.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, hey, you heard it here first.
Yep.
You never know.
That's so
I mean,
sweet.
his makeover is going to look so good. You know, why not?
Yeah.
There's going to
It
be
might
no
be your
talking
turn.
to you. I'm telling you, Jonathan, we're going to have to make an appointment to speak to you. And you'll say to us, and you are who?
Yeah. And we're gonna have to screen all the ladies that are gonna be coming after him.
I'm telling you, we're going to need a security guard, a screener, you know?
Oh, my gosh. And you know what? I just thought of something just from talking about this. We all need to make sure we have our
Barbara,
t-shirts.
just one more thing. We're going to have to get, one of those big line tablets so we can make the list of all the women so he can at least take them in order. We want to be polite,
One of those big, huge, yellow legal notes.
Yes,
it's not
exactly.
like a little black book.
So, Jonathan, you have
Yeah.
secretaries and screeners right here at your disposal, okay?
And I'm
Radio
gonna add one
silence.
thing. I'm gonna
Radio silence is right.
Hi,
Jonathan,
Jonathan,
we're talking about you.
Yes,
Laughter,
yes.
happiness t-shirt. What? What did he say?
What were you saying about the T-shirt?
Oh, see,
He's
I
stuck
changed
on
the
the
subject.
t-shirt.
I don't mean to. No, how do you feel? I said we're all going to be wearing the Life, Laughter, Happiness T-shirts for some of these shots. So I've got to make sure I get a lot of, T-shirts for our crew for the shoot, and then you are going to have a makeover. All the cameras will be on you. How do you feel about that? And you're going to look fantastic, and afterwards you're going to have a long list of girls that want to date you. That's what we said. How do you feel about that?
Well, that's interesting considering I was predicted to meet a woman named Linda or Mary at a convention. So it looks like this is turning into a convention, so that's going to be interesting.
There you go. See?
Linda or Mary? That's funny.
There you go.
Okay.
See? This
I said,
happened.
well, okay, can it be like Mary Ann, or can it be like you're limiting yourself if you're like, nope, your name's not Mary, and
No,
they told me like,
he said that
20 years ago.
Okay, ask Karen about this because Karen validated all this. She's right here.
Well, I
Karen,
said that she would have a simpler name, like a normal name,
Yeah.
and it would be like Mary or Mary, like Linda, like a normal name.
Right, like Susan.
Yes, exactly. That's funny. That was the other name.
Really?
Yes, that's hilarious.
That is funny.
Because to me it looks like
says
like a Linda or Susan, like a normal name.
Right. Or Debbie.
Yeah, more like Linda or Susan. I don't know why. It's just those are the names that come to mind.
Right.
And
well,
I
Linda's
keep
a little
expecting him
old-fashioned
to meet. What, honey?
So, the other name that Mary, Linda, or who else we just said, Susan, right? It could still be in this generation. It's not like some really old name or like
no,
some
I
new.
didn't say Madge or Maud. I said or Agnes.
Right. Or Dorothy.
Thank you. I had an Aunt Dorothy.
I have a grandma Dorothy.
That what's so funny is my aunt was a reader for over 50 years. And she started the first metaphysical center on the West Coast.
Mm.
Isn't that interesting?
Wow. Yes.
Dorothy. That is definitely not a name we hear very often anymore.
Or Loretta. You know, but so you get the point, right, Johnny? It's a normal name. It's just a normal name you're looking for. You're not looking for those specific 2 or 3 names.
That's exactly.
I don't want
right.
to feel like he's putting up walls or anything. With what was that?
The 2 names that were predicted were Linda or Mary, but they did predict it was going to happen with the convention. The weird thing is that
I always told you that you were going to meet your wife and your love in a public place having to do with the show. Don't you remember that? I said that to you from day one.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, Jill Dane used to predict a convention, and it's really weird. It's like that seems to be what a lot of people predict. I guess it's because it makes sense because when you do so much work with this, it seems like that would be the natural place where that would happen. You know, I mean, I sort of imagine, like, when I meet everybody that it's going to be us in a room or something, in this big room with a lot of people sitting in a chair, sort of like at a
holding court.
What's the word? What?
Holding court.
Yeah. I don't know what a holding court is, but I'm talking like a seminar like somebody would be giving a seminar into a room or something.
Yeah, that's kind of what
really
I'm
weird.
talking about.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird. It's like the idea of me showing up.
Why?
Like I just created. Well, it's like I just created an account on a website, and here I am in this convention. I mean, and there's this one lady that says that she values the show more than she values dinner. I'm like, gee, this is really turning into something. I mean, we might
that might have to become our motto. I'm kidding, Jonathan. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was kidding.
Actually, that could go on the back of a T-shirt. That would be good to put on the back of the T-shirt. Just say our show is more important than dinner. That would be a good thing to put on the back of the shirt.
Could you imagine, in your wildest dreams, trying to explain that to somebody?
Well, Kelly, you said it.
Yes,
it's true.
I did. Maybe that should be on the back of mine.
That's pretty
Life,
funny.
laughter, happiness, more important than dinner. Unless
it's true,
Brian's
though,
making it.
isn't it?
Unless Brian's making it.
See, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
I always make dinner right after it. Not that is like.
Me too, honey.
Well,
right? And they don't even know they're done with dinner.
Though. Yeah, when the show's done at 6:00 there, not 9.
Perfect. It actually is perfect, and then right after the show, I would always like make dinner for Priscilla.
That's so funny, me too.
Yeah, and then they're like, and Johnny wants to talk and have conference calls and stuff, and I'm like, I have a child, I've got to make dinner, talk to you in an hour,
right.
But he's like up really late working, and those technical people, that's what they do. So it would be good for you to surround yourself at conventions with the same type of people.
What?
Well, yeah, but I'm like the person on the Eastern time, so. He calls me at like 11:30 at night,
But
and
honey,
I'm like
he's on
in
the
bed.
East Coast also, remember?
Oh no, he's in Central.
What?
Florida's Central? What?
Florida's the East Coast.
Part of Florida.
Not all of it.
Oh.
You're in.
Isn't that weird?
That
yeah.
is.
Yeah. It's like,
Barbara, you and I just learned something new.
That is very true. And here I'm thinking, Johnny stays up really late sometimes, but it's like
that's funny.
Well, actually, that's true. I do stay up very late, but the funny thing is that it's sort of funny that Kelly says, and Johnny texts me and calls me at 11:30. Well, you text me at usually about 11 a.m. I mean, it's usually something along the lines of, do we have a link for the show? What do we have a link for the show? You text me early in the morning. I call you late at night, so it's a trade-off. I mean, you.
and none of us are any worse for the wear.
Yeah, my phone's on silent, so I just go ahead.
See,
do with your best shot. I'm sleeping. It's on silent. I'm good. Yeah.
And I just turn off my ringer, and then my alerts don't go off. What is this thing with the airplane mode that he's mentioned? He does this a couple of times. What does that do extra?
When you have an iPhone, okay, you go into something that's called airplane mode, which basically just turns off the phone and the internet, so that it allows you to take it on an airplane, and nobody will call you, and you won't get any internet, which will disrupt anything. So it's just sort of
I
it's
know
a
that
place
about the airplane.
where,
That's when I use it, but you use it like every night, so that's what I'm wondering about. Why do you want?
Yeah.
You just want to stop instead of put it on
charger.
silent?
Yeah,
I'm just trying to see if I should put this on airplane mode every night. So I don't know my benefits though.
Yeah, see, I don't have an alarm.
I don't
clock.
either.
So what I do is
I don't either.
I
don't
have
either.
an
But
iPhone.
the alarm. Okay, the alarm will override any alerts. If you have your phone on silent, the alarm overrides everything.
I know. See, what it is.
I'm just wondering why I
my
would
alarm.
do airplane mode, extra airplane mode, because my phone needs to rest. Like it doesn't need to think. Like the computer needs to be shut down. Maybe my phone should be shut down. I never turn it off. Do you guys turn your phones off?
You don't turn your phone off?
Weekend,
no, ever.
Oh, I at night, always.
Oh.
But I
Well,
have a
see, the thing is, I don't
landline
have
also,
an alarm.
you know.
Oh.
I don't have an
I have a
alarm clock
landline,
because
so if it's...
I probably should get that, huh, Karen? It's good
What?
for, like, the babysitter. Well, a landline just for emergencies or...
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if God forbid something happens with the phones, the digital phones, it's like, you know, then what do we do?
Exactly. So I'm getting
know,
it. I have it right on my list. I'm getting that.
What I do is I always set an alarm on my phone for 9 p.m. because that's when I wake up. And I take my medication. Then I, but I want to make sure that I don't get calls during the night that wake me up. So I turn it on airplane mode. And then when I wake up in the morning and I turn on airplane mode, sure enough, there's a text from Kelly, there's a text from everybody.
That's so funny.
And I mean, it's
like,
cute.
hey, did you forget us?
I'm like, would I do that?
Very funny.
And I mean, Kelly remembers the fact that 12 hours earlier I was bothering her.
Oh, you mean just like real life, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Seems like the quote of the day.
It is the quote of the day. I mean, because if we think about it, all of these things, there are things that every single one of us goes through. I have clients that don't realize how, because I am a total night owl, and I mean, it's night owl, you know, and to me, 6 o'clock in the morning, my mom used to say 3, 4 o'clock in the morning is the shank of the evening for me, you know, because I'm always, and I always wondered, I asked her if I was a night owl because I was born at night, and she said, that's right, sweetheart.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, what you said, yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny. But that's when people get creative and there's no disturbances and it's just different feeling.
The electrical energy, global energy, dies down, and that's why.
That's so interesting.
Yeah,
that's why I
true.
have my phone right next to my ear and my brain on all the time, just on silent. That's why I was really trying to know my benefits, and I think it's I could feel that frequency, and it's unnerving.
How is that possible? Because it's not nighttime everywhere.
No, I'm talking about here in the U.S. It is because even with the 3-hour difference from coast to coast, it still is night. You know, if it's 8 o'clock here, it's 11 o'clock on the East Coast.
Okay.
So it's, and since this is the vast part of it, and in Canada, it's pretty much the same.
Okay.
So it's this whole, the northern hemisphere.
Wow. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, it's always been like that. I couldn't understand why at night. I mean, I would sit up when I'm writing. I'll sit up and write half the night.
Wasn't it like that in the
And not
southern
stop.
hemisphere as well? Because there's just different seasons, but it's nighttime there too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, all of a sudden, I
Interesting.
just perk up. Like all day, I have hours to
God,
do
me
creative
too.
things,
I can droop
right?
in the middle of the
'Cause
day.
You just don't. Yeah, and you just don't want to. And then the minute that night is, you're just like, juices are flowing, and you have this inspiration to do it.
Absolutely. My mom used to look at me, and my friends look at me and go, "How are you not tired?" And I go,
later, don't you?
"You know, I used to more than now, you know, but now I'll pop up early and I'm there, you know, but
some people don't need
I
that
can
many
run.
hours.
I was just going to say to you, I can run on 3-4 hours of sleep and be perfectly crystal clear.
I feel like I only need 5. I really feel like I've been monitoring myself. I feel great. I wake up and I have 5. I mean, and then I look good. I mean, it's not like I'm sleep deprived. It's not like, I know what I look like when I don't have sleep. That looks totally like a different person. And I'm fine and I feel good. Why not just get up, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's
what
I
was
do.
forcing myself to go back to sleep, and that wasn't making me feel good. And because my dad's like, you need 8 hours. My whole life, you need 8 hours. I know
but
you.
that you have to remember that was the myth, and that is the myth that we all grew up hearing, is that you need at least 8 hours of sleep, and it's like, God, 8 hours of sleep, that's a third of the day.
No, that's what I'm thinking. How is that so long? Like, I could be doing stuff. Wow.
And it's funny because now they're what, honey?
I want what you're having.
What, me?
That's funny.
Yeah, whatever you're having, the two of you, because it's like whatever that is, give me some, please.
Well,
my God,
and you will. You know, the interesting.
It's beautiful here.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but when she's not been feeling good, she's in healing mode, and when we're in healing mode, which you and I have both been in, Kelly, that it takes way more energy.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
Takes a lot of energy. When the doctor looked at me and said, "Do you have any idea how much energy it takes for the body to heal?" And I went, probably more than I have any idea. He said, "I promise you, more than you have any idea."
And I've had to literally heal from head to toe.
Yes. My point. No, and you wonder why you're tired. When I was dealing with the mold exposure, I said to Mark, I keep wondering if I'm ever going to get untired. And that feeling of utter exhaustion from the time you wake up to the minute you go to sleep, you think, oh my God, this is never going to end.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden one day, once you are through it, you go to sleep feeling like you are now, and the morning you wake up and your body has healed, and it's like, wow.
Yeah,
and you're back.
Overnight you feel it.
Yes,
it
literally is like that.
Yeah. And plus emotions, Karen, right?
What, honey?
She's been through like the emotional stuff. Even though there's good emotions going on, that's emotion.
It's still it still is. It's an adjustment. You know.
Right.
The surgeon said to me, he said, the way you heal is so astonishing to me, Karen. He said, I've been doing this a long time. He said, you are in pain, not feeling well, can barely walk, blah, 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 and you go to sleep like that, and the next day you wake up and you're just feeling great. And I pointed to my head, And I said, a big part of it is what goes on between my ears.
Yes.
Amen.
And
I like that.
yeah, and he said to me, if people would understand how powerful the mind and attitude are in the healing process. And I said, well, I'm not attached to being in pain. I have no desire to do that. And he said to me, he turned around to his tech and said, see, she knows.
Awesome.
I
love
said,
that.
my cat has no interest in feeling sympathetic towards me. You know?
Yes.
She just wants to know, Mom, are you going to pet me? And is there food in my bowl and fresh water?
Yeah, and that's why the chakra healing, especially when you're coming out of a surgery
God,
or an
bless
accident.
You,
that,
what you do for
they were
people.
saying that to me, Karen. They couldn't believe how fast I was healing. They're like, people, they couldn't believe that the bruises themselves were just going down as soon as I had the chakra healing with Kelly.
Kelly, I have to ask
amazing.
you a question, honey. Can you do one for yourself?
I have done things like that, yeah. It does take, dedicated time and energy.
Well, what I was going to suggest is maybe you can take a picture of yourself and work on the picture.
Oh, does it have to be full body or face, do you think?
It's, well, what it's about putting doing the chakra work. Yes. Because
it really doesn't have to be full body.
Thank you. And
okay.
Because I think if you because I do a lot of healing work long distance with people that aren't here.
Oh,
and
yeah, I do too.
They're not physically here, but I'll ask them to send me a picture of them.
Yeah,
And
that's what I do.
all I need is a picture of what they look like, and I can and what the issue is, and I can do the healing work with that.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think, you know what? It becomes physician heal thyself, and you help all these other people. And what Barbara just said triggered this train of thought. Can you try to do it for yourself?
That is really cool. Thank you both, because I hadn't thought
teamwork,
to do it that
girl.
way.
Yeah,
that's why I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is, like trying to read for myself. That's laughable, okay? Unless it's something that is going to change my life forever. Then it's crystal clear to me.
Right. But it's like looking at things in a completely different perspective, but it's like, hey, it was right in front of you, but looking at it differently changes everything.
Yes.
And
she can focus on you'll laugh when I say this, the person's energy in the photograph, even though it's her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love
that.
That
makes perfect sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
so
hey, if I were you, I would give that a whirl, girlie.
Yeah, thank you.
Sweetheart, I want you to feel better.
Thank you. I prayed so hard in church today that I would find a way, and you guys just helped find the way for me to do
teamwork. It's teamwork.
Yep.
You know.
Hey man, can I get on the teamwork? Can I be a part
of
the
team? Pastor, please.
Thank you, Pastor.
We're so glad you're here, by the way.
Yeah,
I like being a fly on the wall. I really do.
Isn't that the best sometimes?
Oh,
I've learned so much. If you are in the firefight and in the chess game, you can't make the right move. But if you're outside the chess game, you see the better moves. And one thing I want to bring to the table, we don't know where the wind comes and how it blows, but we haven't cut any trees. Well, I haven't cut a tree in a while, but we get the oxygen. We give them carbon dioxide. It's constantly going on. Like our five senses are moving at a rapid rate, but we're not telling them what to do, but they're doing it on their own. So just hearing the
Autopilot.
chakras, right? Just hearing the chakras and just it's in the room. My spirit is just very high. So I really appreciate y'all, and I want to give this to the sister. So many times you pour into people's cups, and just like it came in the meditation, it's hard to pour and let somebody pour into your cup. So just hear you open to listen. That's powerful. This is for your spirit. These are words for your spirit. This is what I have to do to start my day. I can email it if you wanted me to, but what it says is, this is the day, my day. I will control what I can and release of that what I can't. I will be confident in my words and in myself. Resilience to trump rejection. Favor will overcome frustration. For every yes, I secure the victory. For every no, I plant the seed. Every contact is a new opportunity, a new challenge, a moment of truth. I am important. I make a difference. I am blessed from above, inspired by those around me. I am powerful. I am loved. Each humbling moment I am thankful. For I have become stronger. For I have become stronger. For I have become stronger. Today is my day. This is my calling. I'm the voice of, for many, the sick, the unborn, the hungry. I'm an ambassador for humanity, created by the Almighty, faithful for all I shall prevail. I just want you to take that to your spirit, sister. I read that to myself every day because I gotta jump. I gotta give myself a clear. You know how they have that that clear. Because I'm a dump truck, and I'm telling you, at the level you are, people just dump all their problems, and once they hang the phone up, they feel so relieved, and you keep it inside, and it's hard to let it go because you have so much energy that the world and universe, even though they're not even calling you, before they call you, you find out 3 hours before. So you start feeling uneasy, you start sweating, you're like, why is this? And then you get the call, and it's like, oh, my God, oh, God, oh, God. And you're not physically able to help the situation. So that disappointment, that's the most ugliest feeling that leads to stress. And those two emotions, they interact with the Holy Spirit, and then sometimes it just shows you stuff that you don't want to see, and then you can't tell the people what it really is. So it's a lot, man. I got a lot from this show. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are really
God
doing
bless
a lot.
you, Pastor.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being you.
Yeah,
we're
thank
grateful.
You. That really touches my soul.
Mhm.
Yes. Wow.
Absolutely.
Very wonderful.
Amen.
Wonderful show.
Yeah.
Jonathan,
here.
you are an angel
Thank you
for bringing all of us together.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you. I didn't think it was going to have that much of an effect, but I'm really glad that it did. I'm really glad that Kelly it was really that important to you. It's become very important to you. Am I right?
Oh gosh,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you. This has just been like such a blessing, and for so many people, and it reaches so many, more each and every day, and it just, it's growing bigger than, it ever, bigger than we ever thought it could, and it's going to keep growing, which is the real miracle here, which is really fantastic.
You remember what Karen said? This show will be known worldwide.
Yes, it will be global.
Yeah.
Because the intention of our heart is to help people.
Yeah,
that's right.
And and sometimes, and a big part of it is to help them help themselves.
Right.
Exactly.
It's like, and some people don't have the tools of faith and intention that we all have.
That's true.
And we are all deeply, deeply blessed that God chose us to do our work. Your work, Kelly, your work, Barbara, your work, Pastor, your work, Jonathan, and you know what I always say, if God wants, I'll do this as long as God wants me to, and if God wants me to be a house painter, I'll be at Home Depot buying brushes in the morning. It's like it's a reciprocal gift that God has given all of us.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't trade a minute of it. And Pastor, I am deeply grateful that you are part of our family.
Oh gosh, yeah. I just got
on that note, I got to say this, and I have to be led by the Spirit. 12 is a really important number. So what I want to do is pray for the whole universe. When I say that right now, y'all are really transcending past what the globe is. Y'all are in space and time. And a lot of people don't understand. When we trap these 3 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour shows, these things are going to be the time capsules of the future. It's going to be only, if you watch the movie 12 Monkeys, they listen to the voicemails. That's how they communicate it. And I really believe in that situation where we all are spirits, but we've been here in some situation before. We keep going through it, like pretty much like Neo in the Matrix, until we get it to right where we're supposed to be. But one thing that I do know that operates in y'all real strong is the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So what I want to do for y'all real quick is bless the show and bless y'all airways, because I see y'all having 1 million listeners very shortly, like solid.
Wow.
Heavenly Father, right now, Lord, in the name of Jesus, we give you salute, praise, honor, Lord. All the blessings up under the sound of my voice, Lord, from the crown of their head to the tip of their toes, Lord, for the generational curses that held them back any way, shape, form, or fashion. We loose it back into the spirit world where it belongs. Get it off of us, Father. We cannot do it without you, and for you, we give you honor and praise on this day. You've shared out wonderful knowledge and energy and wisdom, your 7 spirits, for the last 12 years, and this number is important, Lord. You keep showing me the number, Lord. You keep showing me the number, Lord. You keep showing me the number, Lord. As I live for every last household, family, situation, problem, resource lacking thing that's going, is your will be done, and have us work together like we did. This has been a special, special anniversary show, Father. They will never get another chance to do it again, Father, and everything flowed with no hesitation, no technical difficulty. Everything was perfect, Father, and you are perfection. We are your imagination. We only imagine what you got next, Father. As you pour out amongst the blessings that we need, please touch each and every household, touch their lives, give them resources they can't imagine what to do with, Father. Then send them the help so they can work it together, Lord. And put a covering over the winning team and the people that I shelter, Father, because without me, I can't do your will, and without you, we don't have nowhere to go. So as we disperse in our own special way, Father, let us all remember this day on this 12th anniversary show, this happened, and we can always remember we was here and attended. In Jesus Christ's name, amen, amen, amen.
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 Wow.
Amen.
Thank you.
God bless you, our friend.
Thank you. God bless. I just got chills.
Me too.
Oh my God.
I always thought that was Barbara's line. Barbara's the one that says she gets chills all the time.
I
Did
know.
you know that,
Yeah, well, I
Barbara?
got it from you guys.
Even Brian got chills. Wow.
Well, it's powerful, and it's the pastor's intention. And that's what it is. The truth is an amazingly powerful thing.
1 million listeners. Can you? Oh wow.
I think he said 1 billion.
Imagine all the
You
people
know
that
what?
we can help.
Yes, that's the key right there. Is the lives that we can help.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole reason for it? Us being here?
The Great Commission.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well,
never anymore. No doubts about how we are, all of us as a team. We have the strength, but I know how it is when people think, oh, I don't know, I might go down the hill. I might go down the drain. And they have this fear of going down, down, down. This show has made me feel like that will never, ever be again. So I know how they feel. And we just need to give them what we have. And we're good at it. And we will help.
Yeah.
We will help so many. So many. Thank you, Jonathan. And thank you for having the great idea to make sure that Pastor came on the show today.
Yes. Oh,
absolutely.
that was such a blessing. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Well, it's so funny. It feels like we've always known you.
Yeah, it really does.
You feel like you're part of our family, Pastor.
It's about 7 that's represented here. The 7 spirits of God, the 7 chakras. Y'all opened my mind up to something so amazing. And I was so dirty when I came in the room. It's like going into church.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. This is awesome.
That's a great line.
Yeah. This
Oh,
is
that's
so
so funny.
cool.
I love
family,
it.
y'all. I'll say this, and I want y'all to really understand. The only reason why I know y'all spirit is strong because everybody can't deal with themselves. And when you get on this radio and bare your soul to millions of listeners, you don't know when it's going to happen. You wake up one day just like nobody knew Jonathan was working for 40, 50, 100 hours editing, putting, fixing, cropping, and making all the stuff work.
Amazing.
And then he's now y'all on YouTube with 180 videos. That's the way to come out. And when you look at
bless him, he was non-stop.
Come on, those are 3 numbers. All those numbers are dividends of 3. Everything about your show is anointed, appointed, and aligned. When you got that AAA, you're not on the side of the road. You're on that highway of life. I'm trying to tell you, man. Y'all got something
great
special.
Line. Where are you, Pastor?
I'm in Arizona, 115 degrees
Oh, that's
today.
right. Oh, God bless you, darling.
Yeah, so y'all had me on fire, man. I had to go and splash water on my face. And the thing that I like, it's the intention, but it's genuine, and y'all be yourselves. And the whole thing, not everybody can deal with spiritual mediums and people that know the future, but you can't run around Bible thumping everybody. Tell them
well, you want to hear
something
funny? Every once in a while, when someone asks me, what's my website address, and you guys have heard me say this, I always say to them, I was going to call it EleanorRoosevelt.com, but that would have been way too complicated to explain, so I thought I'd just make it KarenPage.com. It's like, what the heck else would I name it?
Right.
My God. Y'all are way ahead of your time.
Oh, my God. From the time I was a child, Pastor, it's like I was just waiting to grow up. Are you from Arizona? You're not from Arizona originally. Where are you from originally?
St. Louis, Missouri. When I was 5 years old, my mama put me in suits and took me down to the country. And then as I got older, I knocked on doors and I sold books and magazines for 4 years. I was homeless for 7 years. So it's like I've met so many people, man. So it don't take me long. It only takes me 30 seconds. You don't have to say hello. You can just open your mouth and I'll run away.
Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Well, I think if a person is sensitive and their heart is open, they can see a person's intentions from hello. And if they can't, something's wrong with them. I mean, it's like, what are you thinking?
Well, I will say this, what y'all did for me, and it's 300 people that I'm going to bring to the stock market. Y'all will be one of those companies. I will work with y'all, and there's some things we could talk about off air, but y'all do need guidance, and y'all naturally have it. It's one thing to be able to shoot a basketball. It's another thing to play in the NBA. And this whole thing is a process. A lot of people.
Thank you.
Well, a lot of people want to do good things, and they don't have the resources. And a lot of people with the resources don't want to help the people that don't have it. And that's what we were talking about earlier. I don't know everything that I need to put together. And Mama checked me real fast. Well, hold on. If you're going to be president, you got to help the people you don't like. And I had to catch myself and say, oh, yeah, you're right. You got a point. So all these things have to happen before I get to that big stage and say, my name is Pastor Don Jr., CEO, and I will accept your nomination for President of the United States in 2024.
I love it.
Yeah.
You might have something bigger to do by then,
Well, I do understand why y'all are important, and that's why George Bush is one of my favorite presidents. His cabinet and the people that was around him was all smarter than him, and y'all way smarter than me. All I can do as a pastor is bring 2% to what you already have. That's 98% in your DNA and in your spirit. I just wake it up. That's all my job is. I don't go no further than that. Because when I try to
like how
you say George Bush,
it's really a journey.
Which George Bush are you talking about? Are you talking about 41
the
or
one
43?
when Katrina happened, and when Katrina happened, he had the book upside down. That dude.
100 different
God,
ways,
funny.
Pastor.
I love it.
Oh,
That's a good one.
That is hilarious.
He's good.
Oh my God, that's priceless.
Oh,
That
no.
is priceless.
Actually, I have another thought. I have this. I'm that's just on Quora, but I've been decided not to. What would happen if Deep Throat had turned out to be a African gray parrot?
Well, okay. I want to say
Informant had been an African gray parrot instead of a person.
Oh God. Y'all, you know what makes this show so great? It's like the book of Job, when Job was getting all these weird questions from God, and he really wanted to answer, but there's no right answer. There's no right answer because at the length of my wisdom,
That's the truth.
I don't want to put it out here on the internet that I don't know, and it come and bite me down the road, like Kevin Hart had at the Oscars.
We don't want that happening.
I've never been so much of a Bible scholar, but I'll tell you the book of Job
first.
is one that I identify with. Because, I mean, I've been through so much, and, you know, and I think Kelly's been through a lot, and Barbara's been through a lot, too. I mean, you know, with her fall, and I'm not even, you know, I mean, it's like, I'm not going to start with what everybody's been through. Okay, that's their business to talk about. But, I mean,
well, that's
you know.
Not the point. It's
like,
just, why bring it
you're
up?
There. No, you're there.
It's like.
No, you're really there with them. For real. Like, when I say you're there with them, because they text you in the morning, if you wake up and you don't get that text message, you wondering what's wrong. Hey, where's my text? What's going on?
Yeah.
Y'all don't like me today?
Oh, my God. That is priceless. I love it.
I hope y'all are all right with me, but I just want y'all to realize that I've never been into a room with so many intelligent people that's intelligent about the earth, intelligent about themselves, but also intelligent about changing tomorrow. And that's what I'm missing. And so many rooms I go into, man, they just filth from filth, but at the end of the day, it's one person in that room that say, I'm ready to get out of this room. Hey, anybody know how to get out? Come on, you come with me. That's why I was going here.
We're glad we could be that for you. It's like a piece of your puzzle.
Yes, isn't that the truth?
That's actually
Isn't that the truth?
Kelly's words when she talks about the show. She says that about each show. Don't you say that, Kelly?
She's
Kelly?
busy.
Can you say something to me?
What?
Did you say something to me because it got quiet?
He just asked, did you say piece of the puzzle? I just said piece of the puzzle, and he said you always say that.
About all the shows. You say that about all the shows.
That what?
That all the shows
of the puzzle.
Pieces of a puzzle.
Yep.
They are. They really are. They're all.
Yep. That's what the pastor just said. We are a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah. Yeah, they really are. Like I noticed that like the first or second show that I, was on, and I really hadn't listened to it before that, and I was like, wow, and I was like, that's why I wanted to keep, coming on the show. It was just like amazing. I'm sorry.
When did
I'm a
you
little
realize
distracted.
you wanted to do this for the rest of your life?
Probably the first show. But I was too shy to say anything. I thought, well, that's kind of overstepping.
Yeah, but you know what? Don't you recognize that you were brought together for that reason?
I felt like that, but I didn't, like I said, I didn't want to be the only one that saw it, but apparently it wasn't, so thank God.
I will admit, I did hear, I'm not kidding, and I'm not trying to like sugarcoat this or anything, but I'm before the Don't Care show, I did hear kind of little voice or something say to me, say she's your co-host. Say she's your co-host.
Oh, so funny.
Because
you guys are, you the three of you are perfect co-hosts.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know why.
You are, and I said that to you from the first day that we were ever introduced. Remember, Kelly?
Yeah.
It's like the three of you are just, you all have different gifts to bring to make a whole.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
It's so beautiful. It's true. And, you know, if everybody did the same thing, it would be kind of like we'd be yawning at each other, you know. But everybody brings something different, and the three of you have this wonderful energy between you. And you all have different gifts. And I love that. I love that.
It's nice, and I feel like I love having a team, and I feel like they're my team, and we have each other's backs, you know, and we are really loyal, and all those traits that I just admire. I feel like we all have that strong.
You know what?
Thank you.
We all have our journey, and there is that part where we have all been disappointed, betrayed, and hurt. And you know what? We all learned from those things, all of us. And even if if the lesson was, well, I'm not ever doing that to myself again. Thank you. And then you go about your merry way and not carry it around. You know?
Yes. I've never liked having the poor me syndrome or the the victim
or as I always say, pity party table for one. It's like, get over it, you know.
I know. Too much
I
living
didn't.
to
Yeah,
do.
I never had that one either. I don't get it.
No.
Like, really? Okay.
That's hard to be around. That definitely is hard to be around.
Well, it's just too much. You know, it's too much. And
so we lift
like,
up each other. You know, if one is down, which is only human, we lift them up.
And
all the listeners,
sweetheart,
yes,
always.
And then the listeners watch that, and they learn from just observing. We don't even have to tell them much. They can watch that because, like Kelly always says, people like it that you are you open up about serious
because they realize they're not alone. None of us are. You guys know, Pastor. You don't know this, okay? I'm the last living member in my family. I have no blood relatives, not one. And my mother has been gone a very, very long time. And I've never had a day alone in my life. Ever.
Wonderful.
Wow.
It's the truth. Not one day. It's and every time I hear somebody saying there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. I have never had one day alone, and I have never known lonely in my life. Do I miss people that have gone? Yes. But those are what I always call the used to-ness things. You know, it's being able to pick my mother up and go have a cup of coffee together, you know, and go for a drive or a walk or just sit and laugh and talk or call her from wherever I was living.
Right.
But those are selfish reasons because I've never had a day alone in my life. She has always been with me.
Wow. That is important. I want to say this on a realistic level. The prayers of my grandmother kept me alive today, and not only that, I feel like the spirit never leaves the earth. You know, no matter what goes on, it's right there. It's right there. So when
and they
talk
are
to
here
God,
with us, and that we're not our bodies.
That's the spirit.
Yep.
Right.
We're not our bodies.
That's the wind.
Yep. Isn't that the truth, darling? What is it? Dust to dust?
Yes. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Dust to dust. That's right. That's right.
Well, let me ask you a question then, because you've been here a lot longer than I have. With the people that I've come in contact with, when I close my eyes, I can see them and I can see their lives and what they're going through. It's not that I miss them, but I'm saying like I'm still connected to them, and it's not that I want to detach, but some things I don't even see anymore. Does that make sense? No. It's more so not on a negative situation. It's more so on I've done my work for you. Disconnect my spirit to the situation. Does that make sense? Sometimes
Absolutely.
you have to move
and
forward
not only
'cause
that,
time is
but
going.
they are here they're here because I always say to people, my mom showed up when I lived in Brazil, and she had been gone for many years at that point. Okay? And you know what? I realized at that moment that she didn't need a passport. She didn't have to go through security at the airport. None of that mattered anymore. She could travel everywhere.
Karen, one of these days, have you ever posted a picture of your mom on Facebook?
No, sweetheart. We were not the big picture-taking family. Remember me? I was the tall, excruciatingly shy girl.
Yes.
You don't have any pictures of your mom?
Very few. Very few. I have the biggest one that I carry in my heart.
Well, you got to keep in mind, this is before they have selfies,
That's
too.
exactly right. And if they waited for me to post pictures on Facebook and all that stuff, that would be a really long wait, Jonathan. I mean, I've never been vain, and I've never been, look at my life, and it's, I don't know. But I have pictures of her, very few, but
now
she's always with me, sweetheart.
I've seen the picture of you standing next to a guy. Is that your boyfriend?
What does he look like?
I don't remember, but it's the only one that I've seen where you were with somebody. You were actually with a guy. You were at
that's probably Mark. Yeah.
Okay.
If he has gray hair or silver hair, that's Mark.
Now everybody's going to go check out your Facebook.
Go ahead. I don't care.
Oh, that's so sweet that you put all of well, I knew you did, the advertisements that we create all on your website. Thank you,
course.
Karen. I mean, not your website, your page.
My Facebook page, you bet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Love it.
It's like, come on, kids.
And so you're not on Instagram because that's really about pictures.
Actually, I am, but I just don't have the patience to go sit there. I
keep trying to connect with you because I started the Life Laughter Happiness Instagram, and I keep trying to find you.
It's under. I think it's under Psychic One.
Okay.
SYKIK1.
Because then you really don't have to do anything. I just tag you, and then you can just look at it. You don't have to do anything in return.
Yeah, it's under. I'm pretty sure that's my Instagram name is Psychic One. SYKIK1. And
cool,
it's just the number one.
There.
Huh?
I do different ones there that are different than the Facebook ones from time to time, like the stories, the advertisements, and they're fun. I mean, I love to create those, and it's just fun, and Kelly's really good at it, too. So,
yeah, you guys are amazing.
Thank you.
You are amazing. I'm a fan. Well, I am going to go eat something before I faint.
I just had that thought too.
Yep, it's the blood sugar drop thing. It's like
my energy. Yeah. My energy is getting low from that too. Okay, well, you guys, that was a wonderful show, and
God bless you, Jonathan. Thank you again from my heart.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Johnny.
And Pastor, thank you so much for joining
Pastor.
our family.
Yeah.
Hey, man, thank y'all. Thank you, Jonathan, for being the technical guy, the guy keeping it all together.
The guy that started it all, Pastor.
Oh,
yeah. It was his idea.
Yep, it was all his idea. He started this 12 years ago. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Yep. And it's like, wow. And every time someone says, I'm so glad you guys are together, it's like, it's all Jonathan's fault. He's the one that brought us together. God bless him.
He started it.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I am Cindy. Kelly, I love you. Barbara, I love you. Jonathan, I
you
love you.
all.
Pastor, I love you. And I wish
love
you
too.
the most beautiful day, and I will talk to everybody on Tuesday.
Happy
right.
anniversary, everybody. Happy
Yeah,
anniversary.
Good night,
Everyone.
you guys, and
Thank
happy
you,
anniversary
everyone.
again, Jonathan.
Happy anniversary. Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Good
sweetie.
night. Go celebrate.
Yay!
Yay.